Welcome, welcome. Let's take a look and see what the messages are tonight and see what we need to know. Okay. Do you still love me? My heart and spirit is still with you. Do you still feel me? Okay. Do you? Oh. Wow. I cannot support your actions at this time. It's too much for me to deal with. Okay. There's a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill in on my own. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time, and it's backfiring. I am not happy without you. Okay. I feel like I have abandoned us when we broke up. I feel off balance without you, and I'm hoping and wishing that we could reconcile. We're going to get two more. I look for you everywhere I go, hoping that you'll magically appear. Our love was way too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away for a moment of recovery. Okay. Oh, wow. And look at this. I didn't realize it would be this difficult to be away from you. It hurts. And I miss you. Okay, that's the overall energy for the reading here. Let's get started. Let's get started and see what Spirit wants to express tonight. I hope everyone is doing well here. Okay, let's grab some tarot or some more confessions. Let's grab some tarot. Okay. Okay, so do you still love me? Do you still feel me? All right. This person's automatically already confirming, like, you know, they're already confirming that, like, I have not let this go. I've not dropped this at all. If that's what you were thinking, I just want to clear that up. Overall energy, I didn't realize, this is intense. I didn't realize how much this would be difficult for me. You know, it's like every part of your person's world is like off right now. Like their mind, their thoughts and things like that. And you know, they thought space would help. Like maybe there's maybe space, right? Maybe space would definitely help me at this time and give me some perspective. I thought space would help. And I know for some of you are like, well, oh my God, the space has been so intense. It's, you know, they've taken so much time. It doesn't feel like they care, things like that, but they do, you know. They still carry you in their spirit, they say, you know, in their thoughts and their breath and their energy. I want to clarify that. Let's get a little bit more on this. Four of Wands, like you feel like home, you felt like home. Okay. A lot of energy of like, when I spoke to you, when I connected with you, there was something about you that made me feel comfortable. There was something about you that made me feel safe, right? And I should have known then. I should have known then that this moment was real. Was real. I should have known that, right? Whether I was trying to fight it or not, you know, it's like we'll feel something, or they felt something, we felt something, and it was so beautiful. But for some reason, I felt like I needed space. I need to pull away, whether it was fear or doubt, distractions, things like that. And the moment that I stepped into that energy, I got like an epiphany, like a wake-up call, like, oh, yeah, you're missing that. Where are you going? You know, where are you going? Type of thing. Okay, so a lot of laughter, like a lot of laughing energy, like we laughed a lot and we felt a lot. There was a lot of stability, fourth house energy. This is someone, I'm getting a side message, like they wish that they could like live with you, be in your inner world, like be with you, celebrate with you, go through your phone, like take pictures with you. Like I get this person just wants to be in you, live with you, like is what I'm getting. And I feel like this person gets a little agitated sometimes when they get agitated when they feel like you are not listening to them, or you're not paying attention to them. And this could be what's happening right now. Like, yes, I know I created chaos. I did. I definitely did. But for some reason, it's like, I don't understand why you're still not giving me attention. It's like they still want that attention. They still want you to always come home. Like, yes, I know I had a tantrum, or I said some things that wasn't right, or I ghosted, but why aren't you here? It's interesting. It's like, it's not a chasing energy, but it's like all right, well, get over it already. Come back type of thing. Is what I'm channeling in that energy. I miss you though. I miss the way we just vibe. Okay, so we're gonna move forward. I'm just feeling a lot of the missing energy. Like, this person just feels so good with you. Like, they like you. You know, for some of you, it could be even deeper. Like, this person would love to like go away with you. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as I'm with you, it feels great. And the biggest question is, do you love me? Do you still love me? Do you like me? Do you still like me? Right? I know I've been gone. Thoughts, right? I know I've been gone. I know it. I know I've been quiet. I know I've been immature. I know that I haven't been, showing up in the most honest way. I know that. But I haven't left you. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. I haven't left you. Energetically, spiritually, I have not left you. The 21st could be something big for you. Some of you were born on the 1st, the 2nd, the 18th, all right? The 28th, 6th, all right? There could be you could be a life path 6 energy. There's something about like, I feel this more in silence. And I'm going to break that down for you. What I mean by that is like, your silence is louder than your presence. Like, when you're not around, it's heavier for me. It holds more weight in my life. Like, and what they're trying to say is like, I get comfortable, right? In a good way. I get comfortable when I'm around you, when we're talking. Everything is great. I'm comfortable in that energy and it's peaceful. But when you're not around and we're not speaking, I go out, you're in my head. I listen to music, you're in my head. I'm working, you're in my head. It's heavy. That's why they're saying my heart and spirit is still with you. That's why they're saying that. Right? I've just stepped into a new energy that I didn't think I was going to feel. This person at some point, it's like, I don't know what their decision making was, or I don't know what they thought would have happened, but it comes off as if someone felt like, nah, it's okay. I'll get back to them, or I'll say something without any sort of consideration, and I'll get back. I'll do something or do things that don't really express like consideration. And they didn't think that they would ultimately feel this way, is what I'm saying. So they possibly ghosted, walked away, whatever it is that they've done, but they definitely walked into a whole different space of way more feelings. And it's crazy. And this is one of the things too. Some of them are feeling like you're in the 8 of Cups, like you've walked away, or like they're losing you, or you're stepping away here. Okay? Interesting. And I feel like with the collective, one of the things that you're thinking with this do you still love me, do you love me energy here is, I definitely tried to block this person out, HannLavie. Okay, 8 of Cups. Yes, you did. Right, I tried to tell myself it's over, just so I wouldn't feel this intensity also. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you were trying to find closure in your own space. Like, okay, this person made a choice, right? Physically, they made a choice. And I'm going to try to snap out of it. I'm going to try to walk away. But every little thing feels like a message. Numbers feel like a message. Music feels like a message, right? Up at night feels like a message. You know, some of you feel like this person's still speaking to you energetically. Like, I could feel them, HannLavie. I'm telling you, I could feel them. Yes, and they could feel you too. They could feel you too. In a very intense way. More than you think. More than you could imagine they feel you, right? If you had like like a camera in their mind, you would be very shocked, like, oh, wow, this is interesting. And of course, those things, could kind of boost up the ego a little bit, but this person's definitely on the same page. They're just very good at hiding it. There's people that are very, very, like, talented at that sport, hiding emotions. It's like you can't read them. It's like that poker face thing, Now, one of the things that Spirit is showing you with this energy is this love has not died. This connection has not died out. The both of you still feel the pulse of the connection, okay? We just want to make that clear. And a very beautiful affirmation just to solidify that, because remember, for the month of December, we are affirming great things. We're only speaking positivity. And when you do leave comments under the videos, just remember, people read them. People read them into, they read them out loud, or they'll read them in their conscious and stuff, in their subconscious. So you always want to write out things that you want manifested. Okay, so just be very careful what you're writing out in comment sections and things like that, or just writing out in your life, right? Words are powerful. So you're going to write out, I still feel you and you still feel me. And we are forever connected, right? Why? Because our love still lives. That's why. Moving forward, I cannot support your actions. Someone here got fed up with someone. Someone here really, maybe you felt rejected. Like you felt like they kept on rejecting you. Whether it was minor, big, whatever it is. Queen of Swords here, there was some sort of boundary, or there was like an energy of, all right, you know what, I'm going to shut down. I can't support what these games, or I can't support what this person's constantly doing here. And to them, it's like, it feels like a trigger, right? Because now it's like you're triggering something in them that they weren't ready to face. Now we're in growth season. Now we're in a season of consequences. And I don't feel like the collective is just trying to be bitter. I feel like the collective is smart in a sense of, I know when to back up. I just know it. And right now, for whatever reason, there's some sort of action or inaction that I sort of need to sort of take a look at in a different way, or even speak up about, right? So for some of you, you may be speaking up also in a different way. And for you, you feel rejected. You're like, this person rejected me at some point. Like I was opening up, I was, speaking to them, I was telling them how I feel. And for whatever reason, whether it was a test, whether it was fear, whatever it was, I was rejected. And I feel like at that moment you said, all right, I can't deal with that energy. So that created a shifting point, right? Things sort of shifted a little bit, not in a bad way, but it's something that needed to happen for this person to sort of understand the type of rhythm that we have here, right? There's rules and regulations in every building you enter, right? Every building, every organization, or anything you enter, there's some sort of rules. So you created one of your rules here, or a lot of rules, and one of your rules is, I can't disrespect me. Don't be inconsistent with me. Don't be like that. Do not be like that, right? And this person's confessing like, okay, I'm sorry. It wasn't about your worth. I didn't do that because I don't respect you. That's honestly not why I did it. I'm still working on myself. I'm sorry. There's a sorry energy here. Like I really personally, as a reader, and I'm going to clarify that, I really don't get any sort of I'm doing things to hurt you or make you sad. I'm not getting that vibe at all. I'm not getting that here. Clarify that vibe. I'm learning. Page of Swords, right? Book in hand and everything. Let's hold it with this hand. Okay. Light bulb went off. I'm sorry. Right? Definitely didn't mean to go there. And thank you. And this is, again, a very important point, right? There's, in our relationships with people, there's a lot of checkpoints, right? And you just have to pay attention to them. You have to, right? You have to pay attention to certain things. You don't want to become too anal, but you want to pay attention to checkpoints, right? When people are confessing certain things and showing certain behavior and things like that. Depending on your person, some people respond to action, some people respond to words, some people respond to silence, right? So it just depends on your person. Some people hate lectures, right? Some people hate the long texting of what you did. They hate that. So know your person enough. If you don't know your person, then that could be a little difficult. But that checkpoint's important because this person, the way that they're responding, and I like the way that they responded with okay, I like the way that you approached me with, teaching me something about myself, and I'm learning. Okay. So I have a big hole in my heart. And I'm trying to fill that in here. So this is someone here trying to distract themselves, like, trying to work out. Working out actually does a good job though. Because like when you're working out, it's really, really hard to think about other things, especially if you're like in an intense like set or something. But this is someone here that's trying to distract themselves. Like, I'm trying to find a way to not process everything that's going on here. So, and this could be you as well, right? You're trying to not think like, okay, I hope I didn't do the wrong thing. I hope I'm not doing the right thing. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I hope I'm not doing the wrong thing. I hope I'm not coming off like I don't care. I hope I'm not coming off like I'm pressuring them. And I hope that I'm doing what's best for me as well. Okay. So for you, I do feel like you are feeling their absence at this time too, especially when you're around people, you'll feel it a bit more, especially at night as well. So meditations are going to be important. Positive thinking is going to be important for you at this time. All right. And also for some of you, you are picking up on your person's energy, right? There's a very strong frequency between the two of you. Remember, we are connected, right? They said it in the beginning. They said, my heart and my spirit are still with you. That means we are connected. Your person's coming in tonight and saying we're connected. So whatever frequency you're throwing towards me, I will feel it. So don't throw fear here, right? We're going to feed our connections, and we're not feeding our connections with fear. We're feeding them with standards, respect, loyalty, and patience. Okay? And maturity is one of the biggest things here also. Now, with that void that you or your person may be speaking of, it's actually a very sacred void. It's one of those voids that spirit wants you to fill in on your own. Spirit wants this person to fill it in on their own as well. Spirit is definitely making it clear if anybody has to fill in a void, we are in trouble, and we don't need that, please, right? You don't want to, oh my God, I don't feel this type of way when they're not in my life. If you're feeling that energy, it's okay to miss somebody, but try not to correlate it with, without this person, I can't breathe type of thing. Okay. Try to find a way to fill in that void during this separation, so it's not so dependent on this person's energy here. So spirit is creating this small time apart at this time. So there's going to be healing and divine reconnection, right? So you don't have to worry about the reconnection aspect because it's there, but just make sure you're filling your cup and all that good stuff. All right. So just know that your love is not ordinary. All right. I want you to know that. I want you to believe that, okay? Now, what is this? I wasn't honest with you about my feelings. Ooh, look at that. So that's them just confessing, like, I tried to keep it cool. I tried to keep it calm. Ooh, I tried to keep it so cool and calm. I did. Well, I thought I had time. I thought I had time, and I thought that, you would always feel like this for me until one day this person, for some of you, they may wake up at some point and realize time is out. Not that you won't love them anymore. It's just that you may not feel like this is the right thing for you during this time in your life. Some of us are going through a lot of things that, we have family, we have friends, we have work. And some of you are just like, I really do love this person, HannLavie. I do. But my peace, my sanity is way more important, and this person may not be understanding how to show up right now. So I'm not leaving them. It's not that I'm, cutting them off from my spirit. I'm just needing a break from this person, right? For some of you, it's permanent. For some of you, it's temporary, but this person could feel you backing out. That's all I'm saying. Or they could just be assuming that. Some of you are like, I'm not backing out anywhere. I'm right here. And this person's like, Okay, well, I feel like you are. So there's an assumption here that someone has walked away, and it doesn't feel like it's true. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's true at all. And they're saying like every moment I left like I left you in this space of uncertainty. I wish I would have said something. I wish I would have expressed myself. There's a lot of I wishes tonight, and the collective is coming in is saying, look, all I wanted was truth. All I wanted was clarity. That's all. But your silence feels like rejection. Your silence feels like games. That's how some of us are viewing this. Like, whatever reason this person is silent right now, it feels like rejection, or it feels like a game to me. Okay, why? I spoke to this person about this already, or I communicated to this person about this event already, right? So some of you are sort of offended by it or just not happy with it. So maybe that's what they're picking up when they're saying, I do feel like you're sort of pulling away, or things are backfiring, right? Because now some of you are like, okay, well, trust. How can I trust them again? And what Spirit is showing you is that, it's not like they were lying, or it's not like they didn't want to express themselves. It's not that at all. I just feel like this person was just submerged in fear and submerged in feeling like they had time. That's mainly what I'm getting, especially if they said like, oh, I don't want this, or I don't have feelings for you. Now this person's like, why did I even say that? Like, I don't even understand why I even uttered that. That's not the truth. I was just nervous. Okay. So moving forward, I feel like I have abandoned us. There we go. Now they're coming back. This is going to be very important. And for those that are interested in personal readings at this time, all right, lovely personal readings, soul to soul readings, where you could get a better understanding of your person's fears. Your person's fear. Your person's fear. You'll understand how to work with the relationship. That's important. Your person's fear. You'll be able to understand how not to hold a container for it. Because the moment you hold a container for someone else's fear, we're in trouble. Meaning, right? I'm going to clarify what I'm saying. Let's say, for example, your person is, I don't know, like they like to avoid things, or they're an avoidant, or things like that, right? If you hold a container for, or non-committal, avoidant, non-committal, whatever these buzzwords are. If you hold a container for that type of behavior, it starts a pattern in the relationship. Some of you may not see it like that, but it definitely creates issues down the line. So be very careful. So it's very good to pinpoint your person's fear, not assume, pinpoint it. All right, this is their fear, or in better terms, what would be the best way to show up in this relationship so this person could be held accountable without me having to say anything? That's also tagged into their fear. So there's numbers of questions and ways that when you show up in a personal reading with me or anybody else, it's very important to ask those questions. You ask the right questions, you get the right answers. And you could move accordingly with those things, so you don't have to find yourself in a mud at some point. So this person's coming in and saying, I feel like I have abandoned us. So that automatically lets me know that round 2 is up. Round 3, whatever round you may be on. This person is saying, I am not happy without you, basically is what they're saying, right? I'm not happy without you. I miss you. I want to reconnect with you here. So they feel disconnected. They feel like you are disconnecting from them. And again, it could be from their behavior. It could be from a number of things. But this person's saying, I feel off balance at this time. Okay, that's how I feel. That's the truth. And they're saying, like, I don't know why I gave up like that. I don't know why I was even showing up like that. Forgive me, please. Now, forgive me is great. It sounds amazing, and it's, it's appreciated. But still, right? I don't feel like this person's actually understanding how they're showing up in a relationship. I don't feel like they understand it 100%. And one of the worst things, right, could be you going into therapy mode with this person, right? So we're going to try not to do that, because then that causes from what I'm feeling with your person, it feels as if it puts them on eggshells, and it puts them in a place where they feel like they're being criticized. So there's different ways to go about, showing someone their behavior, right? Yeah, because you have some people, you're connecting with them and they're very fragile, or they're very it's like, I can't do anything right type of thing, like you have to be very careful with the way that you approach certain things. Or some people may feel like you're talking at them in a sense. Okay, because it's like, oh, you hurt me. And it's like, oh my God, like I did, type of thing here. And they feel guilty. They feel it already. That's the thing. That's the key. They feel it already. Sure, confirmation wouldn't hurt, but they feel it already. The guilt is already there. They remember the choice that they made. They know the choice that they made. And one of the things that I'm hearing with your person is it really wasn't about not loving you. That's not what it's about. That's not why I made that choice. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I'm trying to send off some signal or something like that. It's not the vibe. That's not what I'm doing. I was just feeling off, so I projected it into the relationship. That's what happened. Okay? I look for you everywhere I go. They hope that you'll magically appear. So they want you to show up the same way that the relationship started. Loving, open, emotionally accessible. They desire that. They miss that. The long conversations, things like that. And they feel like those days are long gone. You may not trust them enough to even show up that way. For some of you also, one of the things that you're processing right now is this energy of, yes, they did abandon this connection. I feel abandoned. And you may be in a space where you're like, well, I want them to come back the way they used to be as well. Okay? I will say this. The first step, all right, so if you hear anything that I say in this reading, the first step right now is to try, okay? Whether it's through meditations, prayer, do whatever you need to do. Find resources. There's too many resources in this world. To remove yourself out of that thought of abandonment. It's going to be so important. And for some of you, you may not understand why I'm saying that. For some of you, you get it. That energy of abandonment, and let's say, yeah, they ghosted. Let's say they did do that. That energy can be a problem at some point if it shows up in the next conversation, or if it shows up in our next interaction. Okay, or if it's even projected into this connection, because if it's projected into this connection, it may go into you constantly seeing the same thing over and over and over. You may start to actually see abandonment. I feel abandoned. I see it. I see it everywhere. I see it. I see it in their voice. I see it in the way they act. I see it in the way they talk. Right? So release that energy. Right? Really, really pour into your cup at this time. In terms of trying to find peace within yourself, because I could already see that a lot of you are going to move into reconnecting vibes with your person, with people, right? A lover, whoever this person is. And we have to check in on the energy that we're projecting into the connection. It's going to be vital, right? It's going to be important to come in with balance. And of course, your person as well. But right now, we have to focus on you, okay? But I do feel like someone definitely feels abandoned at this time, like they do feel neglected. They definitely do. 5 of Pentacles, absolutely. Okay? So when they say, I look for you everywhere, you're looking for them, they're looking for you. Someone here, I could see them like scanning like when they're going into their car, they're scanning, or they're online scanning, or they're scanning their feelings. Like someone here is really trying to find meaning of this connection. Like, what does this mean? What is this? Where is it going? Right? There's nothing wrong with that energy, but just make sure it's not giving off abandonment. Like, oh, what if this person never comes back? What if they never come back? But they will, right? But what if they don't? Right? What if they don't? Now, this is someone here that is scanning for you. So they'll definitely want to reconnect with your heart again, for sure. I guess I would ask myself, if I was in your shoes, if someone's going to reconnect with me, what do I want them to feel when they reconnect with me? Do I want them to feel bitterness, fear, desperation, scarce? Like, what do I want them to feel? Or do I want them to feel happiness, boundaries, right? Boundaries, safety, trust, but boundaries though, right? Meaning I don't have to, there's nothing wrong with being hurt by someone, obviously, right? You're hurt and that's okay. But I'm not going to create like a war inside of my heart and chakra and mind at this time because of something that you did, a choice that you made, right? So just be aware of that. For some of you at this time also, you're like, HannLavie, I stopped looking for them. I'm not even looking for them anymore. I don't look around for them. And it's interesting because, yes, I hear you, but it's like, I don't look around for them. But for some reason, the signs keep like coming to me. And nowadays, it's like whenever you're talking and your phone's on, it's like perfect timing when you open up an app. You're like, oh, that song. That's our song. That's the place that we went. That's the place I wanted to go with them. Things like that. So that's happening not only to you, but your person as well. So someone here comes in and they're like, oh, the love is so intense. It's too intense. Oh, did I talk about poker face in this reading? I don't know. But someone's really good at putting up this, like, I'm good energy. Right? And it's just like, really? Are you? And I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying that this is someone here that feels this connection so deeply that they have this tendency of like having this poker face energy, or like, it's like, so they're so hard to read to you, right? And to other people, right? It's like they're in their room and nobody knows what they're doing, thinking, feeling. Or in their car, nobody knows what they're processing. So their thoughts right now, it wasn't that I didn't want you, okay? It definitely wasn't that I wanted you. It's not that at all. It's just that I couldn't handle how deep things could be, will be, are at the current time, okay? And it's very intense for me because I'm not used to being vulnerable. Oh, how sweet. So they're confessing, you made me feel things I wasn't ready to feel. Let's just be clear with that. And for some reason, you're living in my mind and you're living in my heart. And I don't know how you did that. And I don't know why this is happening, but I like it. But I like it. They like it. But they're terrified too at the same time. I like it, but I'm terrified. Okay? So Spirit just wants to let you know that this is not rejection. And this is why, again, I was talking about this abandonment issue or scenario that comes up. Spirit just wants to let you know, like, all of this that's happening here, this was never rejection. It's not rejection. It's a lot of energetic burnout. It's a lot of that. It's two people coming together and feeling something that's different, feeling something that requires change, that requires transformation and requires growth, things like that. So, of course, it's going to be a little bit of tension, right? But in the tension, you have to just make sure that you're going about things in a healthy way here. So an affirmation for the collective at this time is, intensity doesn't scare me, right? It doesn't. I was built to hold divine love. I got this. Yeah. So there's a lot happening towards the end of this month. What day is today? There's a lot happening, right? Moving in the next 3 to 4 weeks here. There's just growth. There's realizations. There's a lot. And in the meantime, right, just make sure that you are finding peace in your quiet moments. It's the only thing. And just let love grow. Let it flourish. Let it be. I promise you, the more you don't participate in someone's fear or someone's inconsistency, don't participate in it, the more you'll realize how things will grow in your favor. Okay? Again, check out the link in the comment section if you're wanting to go deeper with spirit, just to understand your journey here, right? I just feel like, of course, it's a general reading, but there's more to feel, more to understand, more to hear as well. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye. I do it because I deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions, I reset my energy, and I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.